It's Be Real from Be Real 420. How's it going, guys? Hey, thank you so much for joining me on my live this evening. Hopefully you've been having a great weekend, and I've been enjoying it as well. Just relaxing today. Got a couple errands done, get some grocery shopping. Hung out in the Discord. Guys, if you guys are not hanging out in the Discord, like Space Cities Discord, Shop Hella Mary Discord, there's a few others, but we're always hanging out when we have some free time just to chit chat and sesh. So anytime you have some free time, check out the Discord servers and see if we're hanging out, and a lot of times we are. So that's what we've been doing today. I just got done hanging out and watching Space Cities live, so shout out to Space City. He's been a great influence and great content, and definitely inspiring people like myself to do what I'm doing now. So I just wanted to give a shout out to him. And guys, we're going to be doing another live review. I did one last night, and we're going to go ahead and do one today because I do have time to do it. It's my day off. It's one of my only days off, so I figured we'd go ahead and do another live review. And then stay tuned for either tomorrow or Tuesday. We're going to do another unboxing, and of course, with that unboxing, we'll do a live review, guys. So make sure you're staying tuned for that. And of course, before we go any further, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed, and of course, make sure your notifications are on, and that way you don't miss any of my lives or my reviews of any of my videos. And of course, make sure you're commenting, as this is a live review, and I do these live reviews on purpose because, guys, often you guys are watching my videos, and I'm able to interact with you in the comment section, but I'm not able to interact in real time and have a conversation outside of Discord. Like I said, make sure you're in the Discord. But this is an opportunity for myself to be able to interact with the people that watch and view my content. And I really appreciate you guys supporting the channel. So this is my way to give back and to be able to communicate and connect with you guys. And I hope you're having a great Sunday afternoon. I know I am. So before I go any further, I just want to remind you guys that nothing is for sale, that you must be at least 21 years of age, and everything on this video is going to be 2018 Farm Bill compliant. It just means that it's hemp products, that it's going to be full of THCA, and the only way I'm going to be able to fill it is through the process of decarboxylation, and that's just the process of heating it up. So what's up, Dave? How's it going? And guys, I just appreciate you. Make sure you're in the comment section interacting, because that's what this is all about. We're going to be laid back. This is going to be a full review. Oh, do you want to know what the review's about? You probably saw the title, right? So yeah, this is going to be another one from Ole Skool Hemp. I believe this is going to be my first time doing a live review for Ole Skool Hemp. And guys, he is one of the vendors that I do have a promo code with. So if you want to use that code to save a couple bucks, you can, okay? If you want to use one of the other content creators' codes, you can as well. We're just here trying to put out some good content, show you where the best bud is for the best price. That's what this is all about, guys. So without any further ado, guys, let me introduce to you, it's going to be Deuce de Turp, and hopefully I pronounced that correctly. So that just means like two terps, I believe. If I'm wrong, then you guys can correct me. But if you remember on one of my previous videos, I did mention that I got one of those sampler packs from Ole Skool Hemp in the mail. It was going to be a combination of 4 different strains, each one in an individual 1/8 bag. Now each bag had a different amount. Some of them had 4 grams, none of them had 3.5. They were a minimum of 3.5, but they all had at least 4. Some of them had 5, some of them had 6, just depending on which one he had a little extra of. I don't have that bag in front of me, so I'm not going to show you the label, but the label would be shown on this side. So this one was from the blue Berries. Make sure you go check out my review for that one. For this one, he gave me 4 grams in this particular bag, but I can't remember, but I believe he either gave me 5 or 6 grams for this one. It was the Deuce de Turp. And so I'm not exactly sure what the crosses is on Deuce de Turp. I know that, and I'm going to go into detail, I know that one of the crosses on that is the WAP. And guys, I've also done another review on WAP. Make sure you go check that out. But guys, I was smelling this stuff and I was testing it out. And it just really, I could really notice some WAP notes in it when I was trying it. So I reached out to Ole Skool without knowing what the genetics were, without knowing what the lineage was. And I was like, man, this is really good. I love this and this and this about it. Hey, but I'm also noticing something. It kind of smells and tastes a little bit like WAP. And he's like, oh yeah, I can't get that side of the genetics out of it. So that is one of the crosses on it. So it's very, very noticeable. And so that's one of the crosses, okay? So, all right. Well, I know you want to see what it looks like, right? Of course. So first of all, I am going to give you a look at it right now, but I'm also going to give you guys a close-up, just like if I was doing an edited video. We're going to do the full thing. And by the way, I already have it rolled up, and we're going to smoke it and everything. In fact, I got a couple of them rolled up, and I'm going to go into detail about that. But he did give me quite a bit. Now, Ole Skool is a grower, guys. So you're going to get really fresh, really nice, fresh bud. Fresher than probably hardly any other vendor that you're going to come across, unless you're getting it directly from the grower. It's like having like the best plug in the world, because like you're getting it from the source, right? He grows directly and he sells directly to the consumer. I believe in the past he was a wholesale vendor. If I'm mistaken, I'll correct myself, but he's recently gone into the retail market. And, I appreciate that. That gives us the opportunity to skip the middleman and go straight to the source. Really, really nice. And I am going to give you a close-up of this as well, because I know you can't see it very good from this angle. But let's talk about it a little bit, and I'll give you a close-up, okay? So what does it smell like, first of all? What am I smelling? So I will say that it's a very, very natural, like orange peel or rind. So like when you peel the orange and just the peel of it, that fresh orange smell, that's what I'm getting from that, right? And maybe just a little bit of creaminess. But then also, and this is going to be more noticeable when you smoke it, but you can also smell the WAP in the genetics. And according to Ole Skool, WAP is one of the crosses on this strain, Deuce de Turp. So you can kind of smell that WAP. And if you ever had WAP, you know about that moist, wet wood smell almost. And you know what WAP stands for. So yeah, that's what I'm getting, like an orange peel, a natural orange, a little bit of cream, and some WAP. All right, guys. So the next part is we're going to go ahead and get a close-up of it, and then we're going to do the squish and open it apart and see what it looks like. Just bear with me, guys. I'm going to do the best I can, as this is a live review, okay? All right. Get a nice close-up of Be Real. What's good, guys? All right. Whoa, that almost slid. Cancel that. I almost ended the live, guys. All right, so now I can also put the light on it right here, and we'll get a nice close-up. And I'm not going, here, I'll bring this light over a little bit. And let's go ahead and bring it up to the light. All right, so it's very dark. It's got dark orange hairs, like really, really dark orange hairs. It's got some purples in there. You see that? Do you see the dark amber hairs? Look how big these buds are. There's a nice squish. Let me swing this over here. So, yeah. Some of these have been so fresh that I've had to dry them out a little bit. This I've had for a couple weeks, I believe now. And I've dried it out perfectly at this point. And they all come ready to smoke, by the way. You're not going to have a problem with any of them. Like, that's one thing I've noticed with Ole Skool is you don't have to cure any of them any further. They're ready to go. All right, guys, let's go ahead and do the snap. So here's the side with the stem. You want to do the side with the stem. Let me see if I can get that. All right, you heard that snap. Trying to give you a nice inside of it. All right. So there you go. You see some crystals right there. All right. Nice earth tone colors. Very, very earthy. And Ole Skool is in the chat. This is his actual plant he grew himself, and you should be very proud of it. Now, it's very sticky, very fresh. Like I said, I've had this for a couple of weeks and it's still fresh, guys. This is amazing. So let's talk about it. So according to Ole Skool, this strain is going to be high in CBN, CBG, CBGA. And if you noticed one of my older reviews on WAP is also a strain that's high in CBG, CBGA, and CBN. And so it's going to be a very relaxing, good evening strain, okay? All right. So that's why I just decided to do that this evening, to have this review this evening. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to bring it back around. Flip it around. Because we are going to have a smoke session and talk about it. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this live review. This is Deuce de Turp that we were just looking at from Ole Skool Hemp. I just want to give a shout out to everybody that's in the live right now. That includes Dave, that includes Ole Skool, that includes Space City, Miss Ole Skool as well. And if I don't see you in the comments, that's just because I haven't seen the comment yet, but I just want to give a shout out to everybody that's watching, and also to those that are watching at a later time. Shout out to Rewind Squad. You know who you are. I appreciate you. So guys, I was smoking along with Space City on his live, and so I was just packing cone after cone after cone. And I also want to give a shout out to the person that suggested that I use the raw black cones. And so that's what we're going to be using. He said, you should really try raw black cones with Ole Skool flower. So that's what we're going to do tonight. I have 2 cones packed. One is going to be straight flower. And then the second one is going to have some hash, some rosin in it, some live rosin, some cold cured live rosin. Let me go ahead and get this J. All right. So here we go. I've got a nice cone. This is going to be the raw black, supposedly one of the thinnest papers that you can get from raw. And you can see the nice dark bud. All right, cheers, guys. And I just use one hand for most everything. So if you see me doing things a little bit different than the way you do it, that's just because I'm doing it with one hand. So what I'm doing is just rotating and burning it evenly. So supposedly this is a good strain for like a medical strain, like a good medical strain, because it's high in CBG, CBGA, CBN, This is going to be very relaxing and good for those that are dealing with pain and just somebody that needs to get a good night's sleep. And I'm also giving you my experience. This is my experience as well. I've really enjoyed the flavor. Like I said, I've been smoking on this quite a bit. So what am I tasting though? We talked about what it smelled like. So I am getting hints of the citrus, the orange peel, but it starts to become more cream and slightly vanilla. As well, like a blend of some citrus, some vanilla, cream. There are some earthy notes there, a little bit peppery. Dave says that looks really good. Space City says, what's up everybody? Welcome to the live, brother. Miss Ole Skool says this is one of her favorites. Let me ash that. And Mario said, what's up, Be Real? What's up, Mario? Mario is a very supportive person. He hangs out in almost every single live that I do. Thank you so much for joining. And of course, nice. Now it's burning just fine. It's burning a little bit uneven because of probably the way I packed it. But it's burning just fine. Yeah. So I'm getting a little bit of that orange peel, little cream, vanilla, a woody, earthy, dare I say pine. Earthy, like piney, peppery on the back end. Well, we appreciate you, Mario. Mario says it's fun to listen and learn a lot. Dave says he smokes a lot of raw cones, but never had the black ones before. So I think that these are going to be one of the thinner papers that they have. They're all very thin, but this one seems to be a little bit more thin than the other ones. So what am I feeling now? We talked about how it smells, how it looks, how it tastes. How am I feeling? Because where are we at in the J right now, right? So we're getting about halfway there. I am feeling the effects right now. And guys, by the way, I want to let you know, I do have a high tolerance. If I feel it a little bit, I'll probably say that it's probably stronger. If I feel it a lot, then I know that it's super strong, you know, because I am aware that I have a super strong tolerance, so I try to keep that in mind. The fact that I'm feeling it right now, I'm getting some droopy eyes, I'm very relaxed, slightly sedating. I would say this is a little bit more sedating than the Blackberry that I reviewed yesterday. A little bit more sedating than that. But like I said, I'm very relaxed, and I think that's one of the benefits of this is a very sedating. I don't know if it's high in THCA, but the CBN and the CBG, a lot of people will mistake that for THC because of how heavy you feel off of it. And a lot of times people don't realize that what they're feeling is the CBN. And also, shout out to Review Sesh. He he and I have been discussing that topic as well, and these strains as well. And part of the review that we're going over tonight was some of the discussion that he and I discussed in Discord a couple days ago. So I want to give a shout out to him. He's got a vast knowledge, a wealth of knowledge as well. So if you want to go check out his channel, that's Review Sesh. And shout out to my neighbor's dog. He likes to bark whenever I'm doing a video. But we love animals around here, so. Ole Skool says that he's enjoying the sesh, having a bowl of Tropicana, watching the live. Much appreciated, and I appreciate you, man. Ole Skool's the one that grew this and sent this out for me. He's got some new strains on the website at oleskoolhemp.com, and of course, as you see, he spells it S-K-O-O-L. So it's oleskoolhemp.com, and you can use code BeReal. You can use Potion Guys code. I know Baked Asian Bean also has a code, and so as long as you spend $50 or more, you can save at least 5%. And I believe you get free shipping over $150 if I'm not mistaken. They do have some smalls on the site, which I think is really cool. That's actually how I started with Ole Skool. Before I ever started reviewing his stuff, I bought an ounce of his smalls. He's got some really cool deals on that. If you're trying to get like an ounce for like less than 100, definitely go check out his smalls on his website. He's got some really good stuff. I started by trying his GAC mix of number 2 and number 5, and I was like, wow, this is just amazing. And so, you know, it's been, you know, history ever since. And so now I'm out here reviewing this stuff. And guys, like I said, you're only going to hear me have a coupon code or rave about a company if I really believe in it. So I really believe in it. So I didn't really get a resin ring from this one. I have gotten resin rings on other strains. I didn't really see a resin ring from this one. The flavor is amazing. Great evening time. I really do want to try the Tropicana Poison. Guys, go check out his new strains. Detroit Loves Dabs. What's up, bro? He has his YouTube channel as well. Make sure you go check out his YouTube channel. He does a lot of dabbing. So if you ever want to check out some dab devices, he does that. Ole Skool says, let's make it fun. Anyone order off of this live, DM him, and you get free shipping also with code BeReal. So you guys, right now, if you're on the live right now, you can message Ole Skool via either Instagram or Discord, and he says if you order, he will give free shipping when you use code BeReal during this live. Well, that's amazing. Thank you, Ole Skool, and shout out. Man, let's celebrate. So to celebrate that, guys, let's smoke a hash hole. And as you can see, I missed a couple of spots. You see on the side right there? So if you don't believe that's a hash hole, look, there's hash right there. That's rosin on the side that's leaked onto the leaf. I mean, onto the paper. Hopefully this burns all right. This will be fun to smoke, guys. So let's go ahead and celebrate. Guys, free shipping, code BeReal right now. Let's go. And if you got something to smoke, go ahead and light it up right now. Oh, wow. That tastes amazing. By the way, let's see, what did I use? Oh, shout out to Space City, shout out to Only Hash. I have some diesel papaya hash rosin in this with the Deuce de Turp. So shout out to Space City for hooking me up with the rosin to pair with my Deuce de Turp. So this is going to be diesel papaya with my Deuce de Turp. Should I ash it? Should I ash it, guys? I should ash it before it falls. Ooh, I can really taste the citrus that comes out pairing with the papaya. I was trying to find a good rosin to pair it with because I'm out of most of my fruity rosins. I bet this would go great with some like super boof or something really citrusy. Guys, I'm feeling really good. And leave a comment if you've tried Ole Skool or if you tried Deuce de Turp. And what is your favorite strain? Ooh. So far, I would say my favorite strains from Ole Skool are going to be the GAC, the blueberry GAC for flavor. I love the Isaiah Thomas and the Purple Punch. Those have been my favorites so far. This is great for the evening time. The Isaiah Thomas really brought me back. I've not had anything like that in years, so that really impressed me. The Purple Punch, by the way, I shared Purple Punch with some of my friends, and like they begged me to get more. They're like, dude, you got to get more of that. So I believe Purple Punch was my friend's favorite. Yeah, I'm really feeling it. Feeling really good. The rosin is actually burning evenly on this, pretty good. So all I did was I packed a cone, and then about halfway through, I started dropping just little bits of rosin on top, and then I would layer it with some flour and just layer every other layer. So if you don't know how to roll, you can do it that way. Works just fine. Man, this is amazing. Yeah, so if you're just looking for something to relax with, or from my experience, kind of helps relax those muscles. So I have really, from my experience, I have really tight, intense muscles, especially like in the shoulder. So also like with the arm, trying to rotate the wrist. So just for you guys to know, I can't turn my wrist over on my right arm. I can't do this. I can't do that. It has to stay like that. I can't do that, and it hurts after a while if you can't keep, you gotta be able to rotate, you know? And if you don't, it gets real stiff. So stuff like this is real nice to kind of relax the muscles with. You know what I mean? And Ole Skool, by the way, if you want, go ahead and link your website. Put your website in the comment section if you don't mind. I'll go back and put it in the comments later, but the live comments will disappear after I post it for the next 12 hours. So I'll make sure and post it after the live is over as well. But guys, it's going to be OleSkoolHemp.com. All right, guys. Whew, that feels good. Mario says, I bet you that be good for my sore back. And I'm just giving you my experience based off of my experience. Excuse me. Based off of, ooh, it got me, guys. Based off of my experience, it would. I'm not a doctor. I'm not saying that it's going to. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just saying based off of my experience. Oh, wow, that's such a good flavor. So relaxing, guys. This is one of those things like when you're trying to go to bed and try to get some good night's sleep. This is one of those that'll help. And as you can hear, my voice is nice and relaxed, and I'm feeling great. So as you see, we just finished off 2 J's, one that had rosin in it, one that did not, and that was the Deuce de Turp from Ole Skool Hemp. So I just want to ask you guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the live, but I wanted to ask you, would you cop this or would you pass? Leave a comment. And Mario, I appreciate it that my opinion matters to you. The whole point of me doing these videos is to kind of show you guys where the good stuff's at. Like the good stuff for a good price. Because, you know, there's some good stuff out there that want to charge an arm and a leg. And I can show that too. Because there are good companies out there like that. And I can show that too. But my goal is to not just to show you where to find the decent stuff, but to find the best product for the best price. That's my goal, is to like find the best deals, the best quality for the best price, and definitely make sure that you don't get the booth, because there's companies out there, and you know, there's so many out there, and it's like, well, which one do I get? When I first started, you know, trying THCA, I think I started in the smoke stores, the smoke shops, and stuff like that. I was watching YouTube videos because I would get some stuff that was good, and then some stuff that wasn't good, and it was like hit or miss. And it was just like, I didn't want to be the guinea pig because you guys know that bud's expensive, right? Or it can be. So I started watching these YouTube videos, and eventually I came across 2 or 3 people that guided me in the right direction. And, you know, I started getting really into THCA. I'm actually saving a couple $100 a month now because, you know, it's the same stuff, but just because it's labeled as THCA, you get it for like half the price, right? So I started saving a ton of money, getting better quality stuff, because I'm in the South where you're very limited on what you have as far as options. So I started seeing all these different strains, and the strains actually are the strains that they say they are, instead of just some made up name that the guy on the street came up with, right? So I got real excited. And so I just wanted to be able to kind of share the message and just give everybody else these opportunities to see that there's some good stuff out there, and just stay away from the stuff that's not good. Because I don't want anybody wasting their money, because like I did waste my money on a few places when I first got started. And so I'm just trying to, you know, pass the favor on and show everybody where the good stuff is for the best price. That's my goal. So hopefully you enjoyed this live. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. This is Deuce de Turp. And I know I rambled a little bit because, guys, I just smoked 2 J's back to back and some rosin, and this stuff is heavy. So anyways, it's going to be oldschoolhemp.com. Use code BeReal. If you go order right now during this live, you get free shipping. You have to DM him though. Tell him, actually just mention the live and DM him, and he'll give you free shipping, okay? Mention that you saw it on this live. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Hopefully you have a great week ahead. Peace.